you have to excuse me. I am fanboying out here because Enrico Palazzo, played by Lieutenant Frank Drebin, played by Leslie Nielsen, undercover to try and foil the plot of the killing of the Queen on behalf of Ricardo Montalban, I might add. The scene, the montage of baseball and sending up baseball was spectacular, and seeing any umpire basically do anything other than call a ball and strike normally, I think of the breakdancing and the moonwalking Enrico Palazzo. That was fantastic, David. Where did that one come from?
It was just a marvelous idea to do a baseball game, and it was just, I mean, once we hit on that, and in every movie we figured out what was the love story between the boy and the girl in any movie that we
Yes.
did, and then what is the third act, that final third act, and this was just, the baseball game gave us such a great opportunity to do gags. It's just, I mean, we could have done more. We were limited by time, but yeah, I'm just so happy that it worked out so well.
And then, of course, I love L.A. being part of that whole montage,
Right.
and that's what the Dodgers play after every win these days in the stadium, where everything obviously was foiled by Enrico Palazzo.
This was way before they ever did that, and they the Dodgers, they were much stricter in those days, as you know.
Okay.
So they wouldn't let us say that it was the Dodgers. That's why we had to use the
Angels.
The Angels and the Mariners. I mean, they just didn't want any part of because it may tarnish their image. In those, they didn't allow beers. I mean, nothing. So.
Well, maybe they saw George Kennedy stick all that food down his gullet during that montage, David, and they didn't want it associated with their stadium that it clearly was to all of us sports fans.
And now that I think of it, we wanted to use Vin Scully, because he was our favorite of anybody, and the Dodgers wouldn't let us do that.
So Vin would have been next to Dr. Joyce Brothers in Naked Gun?
Been right there. But you know what I've always wanted to do?
What's that?
Now that you mention it, I mean, I've always wanted to do a bit, and I want to do a bit with Vin Scully, and it would be Kirk Gibson's at bat.
Yes.
And just do that at bat, and then have Vin Scully announce it, and just announce it, and then, but in between a story that he's telling about Vin and his wife having dinner with Kirk Gibson and his wife, and just some story, and it's over the wall. It's a home run. Well, we'll be seeing you tomorrow night.
You're right.
And just do a not. Just ignoring the drama of the whole thing. And I've always wanted to do that.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.